Sometimes family means forgive. Mom. I questioned her ability to love me. A broken vessel, barely strong enough to bear a few drops of life. She was my necessity, but she was faulty, leaky. Sometimes she loved me, sometimes she loved me not, most times not. And so I trekked life thirsty, strangely dehydrated, and yet still drowning in my desire for her to notice me a little more than she noticed the needle or the bottle or that faint leftover line of dope that stayed on my dresser. She was too selfish to ever shake me. I was never asleep. I had too many questions to sleep. I questioned my sanity in loving her. Was I foolish for always being there for her, for always helping her to pick her up when she had done absolutely nothing for me? I mean, even my birth was a cover-up for her failed botch attempt to abort me. How do I know? It's because I found a receipt hidden behind what society calls a birth certificate, but what did my life actually certify? And I fought preachers all of my life trying to get me born again. Tell me, how do you explain a new birth to someone who's always questioning their existence in the first place? I questioned my ability to live. And I couldn't stand those fancy wall paintings and pictures in hallways screaming, live, laugh, love. I know you've seen them. I would look at them only long enough for my weary eyes to whisper, how? Somebody tell me how. See, I genetically inherited her frail excuse for a woman. And the same chains that held Mama bound were the only chains that held me together. I was handcuffed for prison and protection, held captive by the massive loads of unanswered questions until I began to question my questions. And then I began to erase periods of periods while calmly pausing at each comma. At each corner, I began to define new meanings while allowing the occasional onomatopoeia to shatter glass ceilings. I began sealing my wounds with military and medical grade words, like condemning, condemnation. Using reverse keys, I unlocked me and then fortified me as myself and not her. I said I used reverse keys, unlocked me, and then I fortified me as myself and not her. I am not her. I am not her mistakes. For years, I questioned whether I would ever be able to let go. I questioned if I would ever be able to look myself in the mirror and love her reflection. I questioned if I would ever be able to forgive the one who used my innocence to pay for her addiction. I questioned whether I would ever be able to give forgiveness. Sometimes family means forgive. Dad. I stood at the door in patient expectation. Who am I kidding? Now, it was more like a fiery hot anticipation. It was those ants in your pants kind of waiting like I was excited. This was my finally. It was finally going to happen. I could feel it deep down on the inside of me, this hole. This hole that was once vacant would now have forever occupancy by the one. And only if I could have stayed up long enough, maybe I would have stayed up long enough to see his truck pass by, or hear Mama swearing on the other line because she knew that I was going to cry when I woke up from waiting and found out that I was still waiting for him. Waiting in vain for him again. I felt empty all over again for him whom my life had proceeded from, but from whom my entire life he had retreated from like a vacation gone wrong. And tell me what was wrong with me, that he couldn't come see me even though he knew that I was up waiting. You can't imagine. You can't imagine all of the knock-knock jokes of insanity against my mentality while all of my cousins got daddies, but I'm stuck here playing make-believe. I made believe that I was the apple of his eye. I was made to believe that I was the reflection of his lies, and so I hated him for what he didn't do for me. What he didn't do for me left me handicapped and I couldn't even walk straight. No, instead, my legs were constantly crookedly curved, wrapped around another man's back, playing games like, who's your daddy and what's my name? What's my name? What is my name? My name is the same as yours. And even if I could erase it, I would still be left with your squinty eyes and your pointy nose, but God knows that I've dead-bolted doors before. Like a bad accident, you keep creeping up in my rearview mirrors, appearing closer than you're supposed to appear, closer than you have ever appeared. My only memory of you is a rolling nightmare of me waiting, and then waking up waiting again for you. And yes, Mama caught the blame. She caught the blame because she was the only one that I could pass it to. I hated you. And there was this time when I was compelled to move forward, but I ended up on the floor crying like a baby. It was the first time that my Heavenly Father asked me to forgive you, and I couldn't even muster up a maybe. Dad, you're like the only piece of luggage holding me here in this sad state of frailty. You're like the emergency brakes to my destiny, and I've allowed you. No, I've allowed my desire to be loved by you keep me grounded when I was destined to fly, but I could not move because I was still waiting on you. But now my grown lady has got to move. And so, clenching my teeth, I choose to release you. Not because I feel like it, but because I know that I need to. See, I can't have my Heavenly Father holding against me the same thing that I held against you. For years, I played the victim, blaming you for this prison that I've erected and fortified, thinking that I could run and hide from the pain of abandonment that grew up on the inside, and I never grew up on the inside until now. I forgive you. And I'm okay if we never meet face to face ever. And if we never ever speak again, it's no worries. Listen, freedom comes at a cost, and I've already wasted plenty waiting on you for change. No, forget that. Forget that. I'll be the change. I'll be the one that offers forgiveness even if it's against the will of my own flesh. And I'll continue to pour out even when I feel like I have nothing left. And when I feel like I have nothing left, that's when I'll charge off your insufficiencies as if I was the guardian of your bad debt. I release you. And I won't even require a receipt from you. And I promise I'll never hold another grudge or an iota of guilt against you. You can consider your debt now paid in full. I release you. Dad, finally, I forgive you. Because sometimes family means forgetting.